So what I'm going to show you today is a Kenworth wrecker that we're going to have for sale here soon. We've got a few trucks in build right now, and this truck's one of the ones that we're going to sell. 1985 Kenworth, has an 8V71 engine. It's got a 13-speed and a 4-speed auxiliary truck. It's what we call an LW. So an LW is a heavy-duty logging. This was actually a logging truck originally. And you can see that we have the side panels removed there in the back. Put brand new tires on it just today. They were looking a little shabby, so we did that. The truck is a really good truck. We've used it for a couple years over in Golden, and because we have new ones coming in, actually we're buying used chassis, and we have a couple of used chassis, and we're putting brand new wreckers on used chassis, and we're expecting them to be built by the end of the year. So we're in the middle of summer right now. This truck is not a truck I want to restore. I've done so many of them, and I have so many of them that I just don't want to take on another project right now. But this is an excellent truck for restoring. It's got a B model cab, so it doesn't have the high logging roof on it, and it was a custom order from a logging company in Quesnel. And actually the old owner would love to have it back, but it's got a wrecker on it, and he's a logging truck guy, so that's probably not going to happen. The body on this truck is fairly rusty on the sides, the doors right in here. You know, this truck could be good for somebody who's starting out in a small town and you know, maybe doesn't utilize it every day, body shop, something like that. It's got a 1040 on it and an SDU, Super Duty underlift. It's got 35,000 pound planetary winches on it. And you can see it's rusty. You know, you take a cutter, cut this off and put sides on it. A friend of mine, John, just did it to a 925. So, you know, you'd have to put a little bit of blood, sweat, and tears into it, sandblast it, and give it a paint job. Mechanically, it works just fine. It just had all brand new brakes and drums on the back axle, so they're all new. U-joints are in good shape. A couple of the drive lines were replaced, and like I say, good starter truck. And you know, if you had nothing else but this truck, you could go out and do quite a bit of work with it. You know, it's a 40-ton, not a 25-ton. You know, you can handle some loads with it. We just did a big job out near Golden with it, with this truck and the rotator, and 240 tons, and they pulled fantastically on a huge logging truck that had been in a crash. So there is some frame jacking above the axle here. Any truck this age is going to have that in it, you know. We'll recertify the truck for whoever wants to buy it, and our asking price is $125 for it. Now, probably a few years ago you'd get a truck like this for a lot cheaper than that, but right now there's not a lot out there. New trucks are taking a long time and the prices are up. So and like I say, the only reason we're selling it is because we have new trucks coming in, and I don't want to get into a big project in the shop. I've already got an older truck in there that we've had in there for 10 years, and you know how it is when you take something apart in your shop. If you don't have guys right on it, getting on it and doing it, you know, they sit around, and that's why we're buying some new stuff right now. So yeah, we'll put it out there, and if you're looking for a good used heavy tandem, you know, there it is. The truck is an 85 and the wrecker's a 90 something. It was built at FG Russell Truck in Port Coquitlam in the day. So Nanoose Bay Towing built it on the island, and he later passed away, and it was sold to Payless Towing in North Van. They used it for a number of years, and then it went to Ben's Towing in Salmon Arm, and we purchased it a couple of years ago. We actually sold our General and then bought this truck, and it's been a good working truck for us. Just don't want to get into doing the sides on it right now, and especially when we have new stuff coming in. So yeah, it's got a BC history. It's been around, built brand new in Coquitlam, and the wrecker body was put on this truck brand new. So that's what I know about it. It's in good mechanical shape, little rusty crusty on the sides, you know, and for, you know, 125 asking price. We'll take offers, but 125 is the asking price. You know, that's a lot of truck for the money. You know, 5 years ago, you'd have got it in a truck like this a lot, you know, for a lot cheaper, but these days the prices are up there compared to new. So, you know, the same 40-ton wrecker right now, just the wrecker alone, you're probably looking, I'm going to say $280,000 just sitting on the ground, and that's US money. So, you know, by the time it'd be all built and everything, you'd probably $700,000-800,000 with a chassis, new chassis, and good to go. So, give it some thought. It's a good working truck, and needs a little loving, that's all.